Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Friday.
How are you?
Good.
I am so excited to talk to you today about your writing. Can you tell me about your writing? How's your writing been going?
It's going good. I'm still working on it, though.
It's going good, but you're still working on it. What's one thing that you're working on inside of your writing?
I'm working on, I was getting ready for school, and I was working on when I was getting dressed.
Okay, so you're working on when you were getting ready for school, and now you're writing about the part where you were getting dressed for school, right? That sounds good. Well, let's take a look at your writing, and why don't you read it to me? What do you have so far?
One early morning, I woke up to a sound of my alarm clock. It was time for me to get ready for school. I made up my bed and I took a shower. This is it, because I was still writing in my character.
Awesome. I love it. And I think that your writing is really good. What I like about your writing so far is that you have a very strong beginning. Flip that page back over and let's take a look at the beginning of your writing. That is a good, strong part. One early morning, I woke up to the sound of my alarm clock. As your reader, I'm engaged. I want to know more about what your writing has to come in the future. So I am so proud of you for working hard to make sure that the beginning part of your writing, your introduction part of your writing, is really, really strong. There is one thing that I'd like to remind you, and I think that this is something that we can work together in your writing on. So one thing that I want you to try to do is stretch your story across your pages. So here's a goal for you that I want you to work for. I want you to work on stretching your story across your pages. And by this, I mean that you already have a lot of information on the first page of your story. You already have what's happened first. So now it's time to stretch all your story all the way out and add some more across your pages. So here on your little reminder note, I'm just gonna draw some boxes which will mean your pages. And this will serve as a reminder to not only write your story across just the first page, but to include and add more details about your story as you go through your writing. So your writing should have a lot of different words across your story, across your pages. So don't just put the meat of your story at the beginning and on the first page. I want you to begin to add more to the second and the third pages of your writing. So let's try some of this work. So I want you to go ahead and turn to your second page. See how it's empty, but you have a picture there. So what are some things that you can add to that page? What are some pieces of your detailed writing that you can add on that page?
I can add some counters. I can put my stuff where I take a shower and some lotion.
Okay, you can add the parts where you take a shower and you do other parts of your getting dressed. Very good. Touch that page and say, on this page I'm gonna write.
On this page I'm going to write some things from my bag, from my counter, and lotion that I put on my counter.
Very good. Now flip the page. Now, I want you to think on this page, what can you stretch across your story? So you've got your beginning, you've got your middle, now this will be the end of your story. So what are you gonna put on that page? I want you to touch this page and say, on this page, I'm going to put
the parts and I'm gonna attach.
Very good. So now you know specifically what you're gonna put across each of your pages. And as you go off to continue writing on your own, remember that on your own, you're gonna stretch your story across your pages. Now that you've touched and told across your pages, you know exactly what you're gonna put on each page of your book. So now, as you go off and continue to write on your own and practice this on your own, now you know exactly what you're gonna write. You're ready to write your words on each of your pages, okay? So I want you to keep up the good work because you're doing amazing. But now, this is a goal that we're gonna practice. And even though I'm sending you off to work on your own today to continue practicing stretching your story across your pages, on tomorrow and then next week, we're gonna come back together and see how you're doing with stretching your story across your pages. So even when you finish this story, you're gonna stick to this goal. This is our goal. Across every book that we write, you're gonna stretch your story. Don't just put all your beginning, middle, and end on the first page. You're gonna stretch it out and put it on each page in your book. So touch and tell, and then you can write and stretch your story all the way across, okay? Sound good? All right, good job, Jordan. You can go off and continue to write.